All right. I just finished my RDLs and I thought of something. Well, when I was working on it, I had another video idea, but that's a little too intense for YouTube. But even uh, maybe on BitChute one day I'll make a video about that. What the hell is this? Simramjeet Singh liked my video. I wonder where that guy's from. Every Sings like the Indian. That's the in English or whatever they have the name Smith, and Singh must be that's the Indian version of Smith in terms of commonality. I don't know what the hell Singh means. Apparently in Hungarian there's the name Kovács. That means smith or blacksmith. There you go. There's your trivia for the day. So some guys asked me about my liver stack. I'll get my other comments up here. But the thing I was going to want to talk about is why you should probably save some money and get a home gym. So here we go. Comments. Comment. There's this good video of Michael Savage talking about his experience ordering a pizza in San Francisco. And it was from like 15 or maybe like, I don't know, mid 2000s. And he was talking about, he's like 30 smackers. But I mean, that's expensive. Like 2005, $30. That's San Francisco though. And well, he also had to get it delivered, and he lives outside of town, apparently. He calls it San Francisco. It's a nice town. Oh, that's where Razorfist says. He says it's a really nice place. It's just nowadays you're gonna get there's like so much fucking crime and so many junkies everywhere. People say that they're I said I was gonna talk about workout channel. People say that the reason why there's so many homeless people now is because of unaffordable rent. It's like, no, it's because of fentanyl. Fentanyl's really fucking cheap, and so is methamphetamine. Affordable rent, like they're not making any. Those people aren't making any money. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to pay for rent, or are you going to get high? Oh, fuck. Anyways, some of these comments here. What did this guy say? RDLs. What is your opinion on stiff leg deadlifts from the floor, doing RDLs off low blocks? Well, RDLs off low blocks. RDL you always pull it out of the rack. Although if you don't have a rack, you just pick it up off the floor. But you don't. It doesn't touch the ground, so you're kind of always constantly under tension. But it's. I remember for a while, I built these blocks for doing some like block pulls, deadlifts, and I would do my RDLs off there, and then. My brother has some pads from Bells of Steel, and we used to do RDLs or block pulls off of there. But that thing was really fucking hard to load onto because as the weight gets heavier, it squishes more into the pad. And even though the pads are really stiff, once you go like 650 pounds on there, you're down this low, so you have to like roll the plate onto another plate that's on top of the pad, and then slide the plate on. And then also, you start this high when you're doing your first warm up, and then which is just like. There's no like compression in the pad, and then by the time you do your work set, you're down this much. If you want the best way to do, let's sort of like rack pulls or block pulls is you do rack pulls and you get a bent bar, so that way you don't have to. You can lower it. You don't have to be really gentle when you lower it because you. Even if you, with really heavy weights, it's kind of a waste of energy to control it like that. And so yeah, don't use a good bar. And if you're at the gym, I mean, I wouldn't smash other people's equipment up. But if there's already a bar that's bent at the gym, then just use that fucking bar. Because it likely is. Stiff leg deadlifts, I've never done them. I mean, if your deadlift keeps going up, then you just stick with that until it doesn't work. And then there's probably an issue with you're not hitting your reps on the deadlift. Okay, well, that's the issue. I mean, the issue is sleep, eating. You're not sleeping enough. You're not eating enough, and you're not recovered because it's basically sleeping and eating. And although you can overcome bad sleep with more food, but eventually you're gonna feel pretty fucking bad. So I've been there plenty of times. This guy Giuliano asked me if I ever get blood work. Nope. I'm not getting that. It's too much of a hassle in Canada. And at this point, I'm not doing any more cycles. I'm not worried about it. I'm not fucking worried about it. You have to go to your fucking doctor. They have to give you a requisition form. They send it to the lab, and then you book an appointment. You get to the lab. The lab sends the results to the fucking doctor. You have to go visit the doctor again. My doctor's a 30-minute drive away. That's socialized medicine is really good. It's vigorous. Steve talks about this. That's why he left Holland. It fucking sucks. Western medicine. America's not as bad, but it's in. It's there's like the stuff from these other countries, these third world countries or whatever. They're all third world countries, but in plenty of cases, I don't even know. Thailand wouldn't really be a third world country, maybe in some areas, but that'd be more of a second world. Who the hell says second world? But Mexico's another thing. People go there. They go to the pharmacies there because lots of things are legal. People used to buy steroids there, and people go there to get surgery. People go there to get for ibogaine treatment. They use ibogaine to break an addiction to opiates. Apparently, ibogaine gives you a crazy trip. It gives you you get a glimpse into hell. Apparently, I've heard guys talk about. I watched a video and guys were talking about their experience, and maybe it just scares you bad enough so that you that you won't do it. But it's a big pro. It costs like $20,000, and then I don't know how many weeks there's the RX Muscle. I think there was a podcast about it, and the Persian guy, his name is Arman Adibi. He's half Persian, but I'm pretty sure he had ibogaine treatment, and maybe he went once or twice, I think. And apparently that's fucking crazy. Because like normal, what happens is they get a surgery and then they're in a lot of pain, especially shoulder surgery. Apparently that doesn't feel too good, and they get prescribed opiates for pain relief, and then they get addicted to it. Anyways, some guy said my liver is stacked. Yeah, you bet. You stack your cash, and you can think like a rapper. You stack your cash. Although stacking cash, it's fucking fading just as fast. It's fading faster than you're stacking it. Maybe, I guess it depends how fast you're stacking it. But with the inflation rate, if you're that's the thing, is you keep money in the bank, it's losing a lot of value every single day. But then again, what's your other options? You go to it's workout channel, right? I don't know why this isn't working. Why do you need a home gym? Okay. So first of all, you can get, assuming you have good equipment, although when you start out, you don't need a very good bar, but you want one that'll stay straight. And then eventually you upgrade to you can get a Rogue bar pretty cheap. You get a Rogue power bar. It's like a 29 millimeter bar. You can do that for everything. Or you get an Olympic weightlifting bar, 28 millimeter. That's probably the best of both worlds, because then it's got a little more flex, so it feels more comfortable to do or a little easier for your deadlifts, but not too much flex, so that you can do squats and bench press and it feels comfortable. Because if you're doing bench press with a deadlift bar, it's going to give you a lot of fucking whip, and then you don't want to have to deal with that. But the main problem at the gym is that, let's see, you go there, maybe your gym's not that big, you show up, there's there's all these fucking Gen Z twinks, they're all around. That's another thing, you got to see these fucking people. They got their tripods out, they're watching, they're videotaping themselves doing their tricep push downs. The whole the Gen Z wardrobe or the look, broccoli hair. Oh man, why does everyone want to look the same? Broccoli hair, they got their dumb t-shirt on, probably a v-neck. I need to wear a fucking v-neck. I'm like Razor Ramon. Well, a little less hair. A v-neck, broccoli hair, probably some stupid glasses. Maybe they got their big ass autism headphones on. They wear shorts, and then they wear long white socks, and they have boat shoes on. These little homo shoes, and then you'll see them doing sumo deadlift. because I think sumo deadlift is not just popular because you can do more weight because it's less of a the range of motion is less, but it's also more it's it's a lot that people don't know it as much, so it's more like, wow, hey, look at me, I'm a power lifter. Okay, I'm doing sumo deadlift. That's not as generic as the normal deadlift, but whatever. Sumo deadlift is for sissies. Okay. Uh, yeah. So you show up there, and you want to use the good thing about having your own home gym is that you're the only one fucking using it probably or whatever. But when you go to the gym, one thing I used to do was, I want this rack, and I need to have a good bar. Sometimes you can't get a good bar. You get a fucking bent bar. You get one that doesn't. You get one that has no fucking knurling on it because it's so fucking old. Um, you got, and then another thing is once you start getting stronger, then everyone wants to come talk to you, and that'll fuck up your workout. Because if you're like towards the end of your training cycle, you need to be in the fucking zone. Okay, you need to do this way for this many reps every single fucking workout. You can't miss a fucking beat, and you got people coming up to you all the time. So the alternative is to be like mean man mode, where it's basically what I did all through high school. You just look mean, no one fucking comes up to you. Oh, although they still did at the gym, they still fucking did. But so maybe I wasn't looking mean enough. So you want to walk around like Heidenreich from WWE, okay? And but you spend because all you need is you need to get a bench for bench press, and then you just get a rack and a bar, plates. You spend probably cost you $2,000 Canadian, $2,000 American, whatever. That's not really that much money. Although nowadays, if you can, it's kind of a luxury nowadays because everything's fucking crazy. Like you can pay for the groceries. I remember there's this Mrs. Brown's Boys. It's an Irish show. There's this Irish guy. He dresses up like an old woman, and one of his jokes was the best way to lose weight is to fill the gas up with petrol, because then you can't afford the groceries. And the prices in the fuel in Europe are crazy compared to Canada, but they're still expensive here. Although people think they're cheap now because this is the new normal, where diesels in Southern Ontario, it's paid $1.60 per liter. And in New Brunswick, it's over $2 a liter for diesel. So you get a rogue bar, get a rogue belt. You just go on, like, if you're in America, Craigslist, in Canada, Kijiji. You get a fucking rack. You want to get used plates. Don't get the rubber coated plates unless that's your only option. Like the ones that they have at like these commercial gyms, these really ugly ones. But I mean, if that's the only option, then whatever. But those weights are really freaking homo. Okay. My brother likes the iron plates because they clang together, but I think bumper plates are good. Like have a combination of bumper plates and the iron plates, because the bumper plates usually fit tighter. So when you're doing your warm ups, the plates won't fucking slide off very much, especially for deadlifts, if at all. And then the iron plates are good for just fitting more weight into the bar. So getting some hundreds is another useful thing too, because that's another thing is that the hundreds are probably the cheapest per pound. That's because fucking normies, these gym normies, even though they'll identify their whole like identity is based around the gym. They can't even fucking pick up 100s. Like pick up a 100 and put it on the bar to squat. Yeah, when I went to go I bought some hundreds in this. It's like this town that was like an hour away. Bought some hundreds, and I just picked it up with one hand. If you're a weightlifter, you should be able to pick up a 100 with one hand. Okay, assuming there's like a little lip. Okay, but the guy that I bought him from, my brother was watching his expression when I picked it up, and he's like, yeah. And another thing is the bumper plates will, if you're doing it in your own place, then it probably will do less damage to the, you'll probably get less damage to your flooring over time. But then, another thing is you need a stall mat, which you can get those pretty cheap. You go to like a saddlery place and you get one or get two. And then you can also build a platform, so you need a piece of plywood. You could do that. Although I don't like doing anything on the wood because it seems too slippery. And so I just have my stall mat. And yeah, but I think the main issue is just having people come up and talk to you. And then there's the, if let's say you don't have music that day, let's say you forget to charge your iPod, or because you should be using you want to use something that's wired, because the sound quality is better. And I remember my brother had an issue for a while. He would listen to his he'd have these Raycons, and he'd connect them to his iPad, and then he would be watching on YouTube, and this is before he used the Brave browser, and so he'd have to listen to ads, and that's gonna take you out of the fucking zone. These freaking ads, I don't even know what I've been using ad block for so long, so that I don't even see these ads, thankfully. But holy cow, yeah. Yeah, you listen to that music they got playing on there, and then another thing is you got these thoughts that are always like they're sticking their pussy in your face. Yeah, these thoughts, they gotta fucking go. I mean, I don't mean them any hard. I don't mean that they should, like, we should put them on a train and send them to fucking Auschwitz, but they gotta fucking go away. They gotta get out of the fucking gym. Holy shit. Yeah. I remember when I did go to the gym, I remember I was doing an important workout, and I told this guy, because I knew he was going to come talk to me. I'm like, listen, we'll talk when I'm done, my squats. Okay? And he's like, okay, because I knew he was coming over to talk to me. Yeah. So anyways, this is on the menu for today. Some guy asked me he told me to write down, like, to say what I eat before my workout, after my workout, and what I ate throughout the whole day. I had a man cake, but I'm having this. I switched down to 2% milk fat because I don't really need as many calories. And the 2% and 5% milk fat ones pretty much taste the same. So, and then I got this thing right here. This is my milkshake that I made. Larry Wheels suggested it, so I made, well, it's coffee, but, I got 5 loads in there. Yeah. 5, like Connor, what's his name? Connor Murphy and Larry Wheels. That's if you want to get, it's a secret. Put 5 loads in there, and he's like, imagine going on the internet and then saying, it's like, yeah, I drink this other guy's urine. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he said he drank. I don't know for sure, but it'd be kind of funny if he. I think he said that he drank the guy's sperm too. Now that that might be the secret. That might be the secret. Yeah. Yeah. That's taking gay for pay to a whole nother level. Although he might have been paying that guy. He's making a deposit into the sperm bank. This is going right into the muscle deposit box.